There was a time when I'd have hoped a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee would not be roped into a scheme to amplify pressure and threats against a sitting federal judge. But here we are, in a hearing that specifically targets Chief Judge Boasberg. And look who wields the gavel.
There's an old line that when you have the law, you bang the law. When you have the facts, you bang the facts. And when you have neither, you bang the table. We've just seen an illustration of that. We've heard words like MAGA repeated over and over again, Trump repeated. I've been called many things, but coy has never been one of them. And I would note, nowhere in the ranking member's opening comments was one word about the orders that Judge Boasberg signed, the binding orders that concluded that he finds reasonable ground to believe that disclosing to the senators who were the target of the subpoenas will result in the destruction of or tampering with evidence, intimidation of potential witnesses, and serious jeopardy to the investigation. There's a reason he didn't say a word about it. Because there is no evidence for a judge to conclude that 20% of the Republicans in the Senate would do that. And this is a judge who his actions indicate did not give a damn about actual evidence or the rule of law. Likewise, two words that were altogether absent from the ranking member's comments were Deborah Boardman. He gave a speech about violence directed at judges, not acknowledging that for 4 years the Biden Department of Justice refused to enforce clear laws protecting judges from being intimidated at their homes because the Biden Department of Justice agreed with that intimidation, and said not a word about this rogue judge who deviated downward by 22 years to a psychopath who traveled across the country with a gun and a knife and duct tape to murder Justice Brett Kavanaugh. My Democrat colleagues on this committee do not get to give great speeches about how opposed they are to violence against the judiciary and at the same time cheer on a judge saying, well, if you attempt to murder a Supreme Court justice and you happen to be transgender, not a problem, we're going to deviate downward by more than 2 decades. Facts matter. I need not bang the table because I'm happy to bang the facts and the law.